Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Bomber.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder made a comment, and he stated, yet again, no one wants to fight Luis Ortiz. Wilder was giving himself credit on Tuesday for fighting one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the division in Luis Ortiz twice. The former WBC heavyweight champion, which now is 42-1-41, says he took the talented Cuban King Ortiz twice within a year in 2018 and 19 in fights that were filled with drama. Surprisingly, the top heavyweights Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Dillian Whyte showed no desire to share the ring with Ortiz. Even after Wilder stopped Ortiz twice, they wouldn't fight him. Wow. And he said, to this day, no one wants to fight Luis Ortiz, said Wilder to Brian Custner's Last Stand podcast. He said, when they say Ortiz is old, these fighters use it as an excuse not to fight the highly skilled southpaw. I fought twice. A lot of people avoided that man because they didn't want to get beat, said Deontay about King Kong Ortiz. And I have to say this. It's sad that they don't. And Wilder is right. A lot of these guys don't want to fight Ortiz. And you hear joke after joke, which you're going to hear in the comments below this video. Rest assured that he's too old. He has old legs. He's 137. He's 80. He's 65. He fought and sparred with Jack Johnson. Things like that. But at the end of the day, okay, Luis King Kong Ortiz is still fighting. And how I would respond to this with my counterpunch, when he refers to guys like Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, you guys know that Joshua offered Luis Ortiz a massive amounts of money. We can't ignore that. Okay, now his team dropped the ball, which they admitted, which I don't understand why they're still on the team. Now, as far as Andy Ruiz ducked, we haven't heard anything from Joe Joyce saying that, hey, Luis Ortiz didn't want that smoke. And then when he called out, you heard crickets now, didn't you? You didn't hear anything. Anything regarding a Luis Ortiz, Joe Joyce fight. Wouldn't that be epic? They once had a face-off in 2018, late 18, when Wilder and Fury were going to fight for the first time. That fight was built, and it never happened. Abel Sanchez, the trainer of Joe Joyce, did not want that fight. He said he's not ready for a fight like that, but people fail to realize that Joe Joyce was 33 years of age at the time. Okay? So I don't understand why they don't, but I will say this about Ortiz. Like I've said before, yes, Ortiz is dangerous. Yes, Deontay Wilder gets full credit for fighting him twice. However, I don't really think that Ortiz has people under him that has the best intentions for him. I don't. I think that Ortiz is a guy that needs to get with someone else that wants to take his career to the next level, that gets him the fights that he needs. What I don't understand is why he didn't stay with Eddie Hearn. Because he beat Dave Allen, he beat Malik Scott. You know, he knocked Malik Scott down 4 times. You know, beat Dave Allen, right? Which, whatever. Brian Jennings gave Wilder hell on the first fight. But then, you know, a lot of people will look at him as a kind of a high risk, low reward, but I don't think so. I don't really think so, because when Deontay Wilder was in power, when he had the WBC strap, when he was the king, that's one thing that he had and he could boast like he's still giving himself credit for today. But in fact, that's the only person that he actually ever beat for fighting and beating Luis Ortiz. And the only 2 losses that Ortiz has is from the hands of Deontay Wilder. Now, the thing is, if I'm Wilder, I would want to manage Ortiz. Think about it. Because if you know and you feel that Ortiz can still beat these guys like Dillian Whyte, and by the way, I think he'll knock out Dillian Whyte. I think Ortiz, I haven't seen him in a while, but based on the last person I've seen him fight, I think he would knock out Dillian Whyte. I think it would be a fantastic fight, but I think Dillian Whyte would get knocked out. I know he would knock out Andy Ruiz. That's why Andy Ruiz didn't want that smoke. Okay? So, guys are still ducking this old guy. And as long as Deontay Wilder is giving himself credit, that means people should want to call his bluff. See, people mention Ortiz's name. People mention how old he is. But nobody wants to fight that old Cuban. And it's sad, but it's true. Okay, because when he responded, again, you heard nothing. You don't know what Andy Ruiz is going to do. And the last thing we heard from Luis Ortiz is he's still training. So they're putting him on ice for what reason? Why? So he can look like he can have so he start taking Geritol. He can have pains in his ankles and joints as he gets so damn old. And oh, now I will fight him. It's sad. That waiting game is a sad tactic. It always has been for me. Okay, to wait somebody out, to wait until they look vulnerable and then pounce on them. Okay, that's something that I can't stand. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder giving himself credit, stating that no one wants to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz. So of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.